Folks, this is the last portage here. These youngsters today paddling 6 laps, 5 portages, 1 short lap, 22.6 k's to go. And if you take the paddling distance that Hamish Lovemore and Callum Davis have to negotiate, it's just 1.5 kilometers that they need to hang in for to get this bronze medal. They're really going to have to be clever around this corner. You can see they've lost a lot of momentum, and this is where the gap will start to be closed very, very quickly. They're going to have to run this portage as fast as their legs can carry them, because I do think, Stefan, that a rudder change will completely take the bronze medal potential away.
Absolutely so.
Here we go, folks. This is the last portage, and then it's 1 short lap. The South Africans looks as though the Hungarians stepping over the South Africans boat there. Look at these young men go. They're under 16s from Randstad College. Hamish McKenzie and David Evans going as hard as they can on the portage to stretch these Hungarians. 1,000 meters of paddling to go. Can they do it? Make some noise, South Africa.
Feeling good. I'm feeling strong, strongest I've felt in a long time. Training's been going really well this week. It's been an interesting week. Lots of different sessions, but I'm feeling strong, I'm feeling prepared, and I feel like I'm ready to go. Paddling February 2012 in a guppy with my one friend Bryce Rass. His mom paddled, and we were training like once a month, and then I did the Aussie Gladwin Guppy race in 2012 and I got hooked, and I just started training from there. And I was quite overweight back then, and I was the fat kid at school, always picked last for everything, and I really wanted to do well. I really wanted to be good at something, and I just trained and trained and trained, and I've never looked back since. With the Max squad, Lee McGregor, my coach, I have the utmost thanks for Lee. I got to a certain level, and with Lee I've just gone to the next level. I'm training twice a day, Monday to Thursday normally, and then Friday's our normal rest day, and then the 2 long paddles Saturday and Sunday. And it's normally intervals during the week, and then the long, as I said, the long stuff on Saturday and Sunday. Getting out of bed at 5 a.m. for the morning sessions. I want to become the best paddler that I can be. I want to become the best paddler that I know I can be. I want to be good, I want to be great, and I want to make something of myself.
Hard, long few months of training up for this SA Champ, so yeah, feeling excited. Definitely very positive feedback, obviously, with a very hard week of training, and then to pull off the K1 and the K2, I was really happy. And yeah, with 1 week to go to SAs, we couldn't be more excited. So I started paddling when I was about 13 years old, just river races locally and training around school about twice a week. And then my brother qualified for the under 18 team for Hungary in the K2, and that sort of sparked my dream of racing for SA. And yeah, with 1 week to go and feeling good, confident and excited. We've got a nice group of juniors here, about 8 of us from college, and Mark Klaus and myself from Hilton. And yeah, it seems to be working well. The last 2 years we've been practicing together, and it's really exciting to see all of us improving. So yeah, well, look, it's been a hard past couple of years up until this point to qualify for SA. So we're going to try our best, and hopefully if we get into the world's team, we can give it a shot and try get a medal. That's obviously the goal.
Under 18 race is going to be a cracker.
confused, very confused. I didn't know what I'd done. I was absolutely heartbroken. I had phone calls from my coach, my mum and dad and my brother. It was a big disappointment to me. I've trained for that for 4 years, and to mess it up was, I was struggling to get my head around that I had to race a K2 the next day. I didn't know what to expect after what had just happened.
Nothing in it. Dave Evans and Hamish McKenzie getting away first. This is the sharp end of the race now. They've done 5 portages. Game on!
I felt really good. I felt like a plan had come together, that something had happened, but that's it. I was immediately looking to the next 2 weeks' time, to Worlds. I'm immediately looking towards the ultimate goal. SA Champs was just a stepping stone, and I did that stepping stone. I was very happy to be SA K2 champion. My first time representing South Africa, and it feels like a plan's coming together, that it's all going to happen, and it's going to happen at the right time. A bit nervous. Some internationals are starting to arrive, and I watched a bit of them yesterday, and they can paddle. They're not slow, but it wouldn't be a world champs if they all were slow. To be the best, you have to beat the best, and I know we're going to do that on Friday.
The thought was there. I mean, it had happened to me the day before. I knew that something can go wrong, and I didn't exactly have a result the day before to back myself. So luckily I had Callum there. He was extremely motivated. I mean, the whole way we were warming up, he was just telling me we're gonna take this from the start. So we took the start and gave me a bit of confidence. I knew we had a bit more speed than the other crews. I think as friends you have to look at it and basically say it's gonna work and back it. And when you get into training sessions, if you feel like you're leaning, you got to make the adjustments and try work it out, because everything can come right. I mean, we've got a good coach who knows what he's doing, and he sort of helps us with all of that sort of stuff. Whatever it is, I think we do the same training program virtually each day. We're doing the same thing, so we're peaking at the same time, we in dips at the same time, and when we jump in the K2, we're both feeling the same. I think it just works. It's obviously my goal was to be in the K1, and we had to change my focus completely to the K2, which has actually been quite good for us. I think me and Callum are both 100% focused on the K2, so neither of us are going to be tired from racing K1 the day before. We're going to have 100% effort in the K2, so it's going to be some tight racing, and I think we're both ready for it. So.
to go. The two South African combinations talking to each other just before coming into this. So is there a tactic there to work together? It definitely looks like that last 10 strokes into the takeout there for Callum. And Hamish was a bit more intense than the others. So the Hungarians are going out wide here to be second. The South Africans, are they going to try and get away here?
Folks, this is the last portage, and then it's one short lap. The South Africans looks as though they're going to skip it over the second. It's Bertel. Look at these young men go. They're in the 16 from Lance McCulloch, Hamish McKenzie and David Evans.
And if you take the paddling distance that Hamish Lovemore and Callum Davis have to negotiate, it's just 1.5 kilometers that they need to hang in for to get this bronze medal. They're really going to have to be clever around this corner. You can see they've lost a lot of momentum, and this is where the gap will start to be closed very, very quickly. They're going to have to run this portage as fast as their legs can carry them, because I do think, Stefan, that a rudder change will completely take the bronze medal potential away.
It was a very, very weird feeling. I'd never thought we were going to have a finish like that. We weren't expecting it. We were obviously expecting to have steering the whole race. So when that happened, we had to change our whole game plan. And yeah, we tried our best, and it was actually quite a nice feeling to finish the race and have all the people around us giving us hugs and letting us know that they were all really proud of us. It made us feel really nice and special, to be honest. So we knew we had opened up quite a big lead in the second bunch. I think we had about 2.5 minutes when the rudder came out, so we knew we had 3.5 k's to go, and it could have been possible to still get to the finish line. So we put our heads down, and 10 arms on the left, 10 arms on the right, and we just pulled our way. It was close. We had about 300 meters to go when they came past, so that was the game plan we changed. When it first happened, we turned, like, it was right before the turn, so we came around the turn and sort of lined it up straight, and it took about a few hundred meters to get going, and we'll get used to it, to be honest. And then we hit the portage, and that was after about 2 k's of paddling, and I think myself and Callum, both our arms were absolutely dead from pulling the boat like that, and sort of lost a lot more control in that last 500 meters, and that's where we lost the medal.
Well, first things first, is all I wanted was cheesecake for my birthday, and I couldn't find cheesecake to save my life in Maritzburg after my race, which made me so depressed, because I was already depressed. So all I wanted was cheesecake, and I couldn't find any. It was hard getting over the race, you know, and it was hard, that race. We expected more, we knew we would do more, and at least we finished, and at least we tried, and that's all that counts. It wasn't like we were dropped or anything. It was, we were there to win. We were going to win, in my opinion. We were going for it, and then that happens. So people have come up and told me like that it was the best thing ever happened to you, and I think no, it's not. It was horrible. But then Lyle Wheeler, who's a legend in his own right, he's done like over 40 doozies, and he came to me and he had a chat to me, and that chat has like defined me for my next year, motivated me. He said life's made tried its knockout punch on you. That's the hardest thing you can deal with, and you haven't been knocked out. So now you know you've taken the worst of the worst of the worst, and it hasn't knocked you out. You can keep going, and you're only going to get better and better. And that, I think, has defined me afterwards. I'm now motivated. I've had fun training for Fish. Fish is going to be fun. Fish is going to be awesome. But it's now motivating me for my next year and my years after that I can do it. And whatever life throws at me, I've experienced probably the worst. So we had a spare paddle on the day, we had spare juice systems. The only thing we didn't have spare of was a rudder, actually. So we had planned for the worst, but you didn't want that to happen. Like when you line up the line, it's the last thing you're thinking of. You're thinking of a positive race. Hank said something very interesting. I was training on the Saturday before. He said, hope for the best, but plan for the worst. And we were doing that, and we just had to remember that it was early in our career. It wasn't like we had said we're going to retire after the race. We're only 17 and 18 years old. So it's like a long future ahead. We've got lots of races coming up, lots of big goals, big dreams, and it's forever up from here. Right?